Hey, shalom, shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem, Wahab Rakakadash, double understood the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, many blessings, and salutations unto the hopeful elect, the house of David, the Bayafta Ordah, for whom these epistles are written for in these last days. Shalom to the elect. I just want to do a quick lesson on, as we, as we've been seeing in the news, the leash is starting to get a little tighter. You can feel Israel starting to, feel that pressure. Okay. And even though they're celebrating, you see some of these Israelites celebrating, the fact that they're Hebrew Israelites, or what you would think they're celebrating it, but really they're just, just a part of a fad. But as these times start to get a little harder, okay, there's going to be a lot of slander that are going to be thrown against the men, women, and children of the Lord. Okay, there are going to be things that are going to be said about you that are patently false, patently untrue. Okay, and you're just going to have to withstand it because. And that goes for me first and foremost, me doing the video, but those who may receive this video as well, I pray that this is edifying for you. But, there's going to be things that are going to be said against you that are going to be completely false. But because you have no power in this system, and you're regarded as a so-called Black, Latino, or Native American, or somebody who is lesser on the scale, you can't necessarily do anything about the slander that's going to come against your name. Okay. And that's the reason why the only thing we have in this God-forsaken world is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and really that's all we need. So if you believe wholeheartedly on this truth and on this word, okay, these things when they come, okay, it won't shake you. It's gonna suck, but it won't shake you. You won't fall out of place because you're rooted within the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, so I pray that this lesson is edifying. This is 1 Peter 3:12. It says, "For the eyes of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai are over the righteous, and his ears are open unto their prayers." That's right. So even when you don't think that the Lord is hearing your prayers, he's hearing your prayers, especially if you're contrite in heart. All right. If you're contrite in mind and heart and spirit, all right, and all you want to see is the elect, return into prominence under Yahweh Shai, man. That's all we want to see. See, there's a lot of things that are going to happen in the body. There are going to be a lot of things that are going to happen amongst men. Sometimes you may go off. We all go off. We're in the flesh. The difference between us and the world is we strive to get to, make it better with the Lord, and the Lord sees our spirit. All right. It says, "But the face of the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is against them that do evil." And when you the Lord understands that we're in the flesh. Now that's not a license to go just sin willy-nilly, but he understands that some especially if you have confessed his truth, and you better know when you confess his truth, the Lord is sending the angels to search you out. So, that's why if you noticed in Israel right now, there's been an increase in bug out behavior. Okay. The bug outs are starting to declare themselves, or they've been declaring themselves, but they're getting real bold to the point where they're, coming to comment boards and, just posting up. Anybody that makes a comment, they on your ass, on somebody else's comment board. But I digress. All right. It says, and the Lord is against people like that. The Lord is against those guys who call the elders jobs and and harassing them and telling their jobs about about them teaching on preaching and professing the word. The Lord is against wicked ass people like this. The Lord is against IUIC. Okay, talking about that elder Kazak out there in Mississippi, man, calling them RAPE-ist, okay? That's slander, okay? These are things that you're doing, okay, to try to slander the men of the Lord, man. And it ain't gonna work. It's just not gonna work. You're gonna lose in the end, okay? It says, verse 13, it says, "And who is he that will harm you if ye be followers of that which is good. That's right. So nobody, I repeat, nobody can harm the elect. Now, am I saying that I'm the elect? No. I don't know if I'm the elect. Okay. I hope that I'm of the elect. That's why we say hopeful elect. Okay. All we could do is keep our head down and keep pushing forward, man. Keep preaching his word. Keep bringing it out in the face of hostile energy. Okay, from both the Israelites, all right, that know that they're Israelites, and 2/3 of the nation of Israel who don't know. Okay, or a combination of both, and Esau, Edom, of course, and the other nations. Verse 14, it says, But and if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye, and be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled. That's right. Let's get a precept real quick. Because these people, the Lord has created them to be exactly what they are. Okay? So when we bring out prophecy, of course these people are not going to like our message. Okay? They call us by different names. You know, the elders and apostles, they call them the prophets of doom. Okay? You know, you got these other jakes, you know, that know that, they think they know the truth, going off in doctrine, but, all right, they try to, I'm trying to get the words out. They attack your character. They attack, instead of trying to attack the message, they attack you as a person, and it's all a part of the job. Because those of you that have counted the cost, please understand this is a part of the fight. You can't run away from this part of the fight. This is just as grievous as the other part. Okay. This is 2 Esdras 15:1. It says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. And there's another side to that. See, when you tell people of the prophecy, guess what? Now they're forced, all right, to have to acknowledge that they have been warned. Okay? They don't want to acknowledge that. That's why they say it's your truth and their truth and this truth and that truth. Complete confusion. And they claim to know the scriptures when the scriptures say the Lord is not an author of confusion. But they'll say, well, we need to all come together. See, them the Israelites you need to really avoid. Those that are coming with a New World Order type of doctrine. Because that's what I call it. Unity and all that crap, that's called New World Order talk. And I'm weary of any man that speaks that way. Okay? Very weary. All right? Let me look something up real quick. There is... All right, yeah, climb. Because these people don't understand. They don't understand the actual perilous situation that we're actually in. They're oblivious to this fact. Okay, because the so-called white man, Esau, Edom, as we know them, are affectionately, all right, the biblical Edomites, they're not going to accept that you are the Israelites, and they're going to do something carnal about it. Okay, understand this. See, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm actually trying to embolden you. Okay, and what comes along with that as well is our people are going to cower out. They're going to take the coward's path, and they're going to side with the enemy. They're going to say that we are nothing but fear mongers, and we're not prophets. We're sinful men, and we're hateful men. They use things of the world. They use worldly mindsets to try to confound the prophets. It ain't working though, but that's what they're going to try. All right. 2 Esdras 15:1, it says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy. People don't want to hear that. What does it say in Isaiah? Matter of fact, let's get that. What does it say in Isaiah about our people? Okay. They don't want to hear anything about the truth. They don't want to hear anything about prophecy. This is Isaiah 30:10. It says 30:9. Isaiah 30:9, it says, well, start at 8. Isaiah 30:8, it says, Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, which we do every week. All right, week in and week out, daily. all right, with the lessons. All right, it says, no, now go and write it before them in a table. It says, and note it in a book, that they may run, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. And that's called prophecy. All right. And the Lord has commanded us to go out and prophesy. But there are some that know that they're Israelites that are saying, no, we're not supposed to prophesy. We're supposed to love all Israelites. And some will even go as far as say the entire world. But anyway, it says, verse 9, it says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai. That's right. Or let me read that correctly. It says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord Yahweh. That's right. So they won't listen. They wouldn't listen to our Lord over 2,000 years ago. What makes you think they're going to listen to us? And not only did they have him killed, but they said put the blood on their children. So if these are the same people that are back now in this time, okay, what makes you think that they're not going to rebel twice as hard? See, we're in Marithium, okay, double rebellion, double straits. All right, that's what the Marithium means. All right, double straits, double rebellion. All right, so they're gonna rebel twice as hard this time, okay? And this time they have the internet. They have the internet. They have worldwide news, okay? They have memes. They have TikTok. They have many different ways to try to embarrass you and shame you into that position. The men, women, and the children of the Lord will just not have. They just won't bow the knee. Sorry, all right. The true men, women, and children. Verse 10, it says, which say to the seers, which are the prophets, say, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. That's right. So that's what our people are going to do in these times. They're going to try to dictate us to. They're going to try to dictate to us the message that we need to preach. They're going to try to tell us how to do it. Okay, and even when we rebuke, tell us how to rebuke, in what manner that we should rebuke. They're going to try to control the message, and ultimately, they just don't want us out there anymore, meaning they want the Lord to do away with us. As it says in Isaiah 30 and 11, it says, get you out of the way. That's ultimately what they want. They're just doing it in a cute way, okay? Okay, where it doesn't seem as overt. But we know what you want. We're just not going to give it to you. See, we're here to serve you. How about Shema Shai? You don't like it, tough titty, okay? This is 2 Ezra 15 and 2. It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And that lines up with Isaiah 30 perfectly. The Lord told us to go. He commanded us, okay? Commanded us to go out and preach this word, okay? In the face of fierce opposition. All right, verse 3, it says, fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. That's right. And that's including 2/3 of the nation of Israel. The Lord has told us, or has spoken to us to say, all right, through these words, fear not of the imagination that you have against us. Whether you want to turncoat, or you want to cower out, or you want to talk shit on the internet, constantly. Okay, you want to make fun of brothers? That's fine. That's quite fine. You're well within your right. All right, according to this story that the Lord wrote, you're well within your right to be exactly who you are. Okay, but don't complain when you're called out about it. And that's what we're doing right now. We're calling out the people in this world and their behavior and their kind of laid back approach when it comes to the actual wicked man right now and what he's planning to do. Okay? Because I didn't see a lot of videos dealing with Elon Musk talking about the microchip, maybe possibly being implemented within the next 6 months. I didn't hear a lot of videos. Only the elders and apostles and brothers of GMS, all right? And, like-minded brothers, okay? Only those men. Those men are the only ones that care enough about the flock to bring this out. So the slander is going to increase, and we're understanding that. We're not upset. It is what it is. 2 Ezra 15:3, it says, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee. It says that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. And that's talking about you Israelites. Those of you that are unfaithful unto the Heavenly Father will die and perish on this side. You'll be good in the kingdom. You'll be back. Okay. But your unfaithfulness will fall upon you. Okay. With your own bloodshed. Verse 5, it says, behold, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. And the Lord told us to come out, and they say, well, you guys are, Esau's your high priest. All you guys talk about death. Well, the Lord told us to come out and tell you of the things to come. But you are Isaiah 30:10 for a reason, right? So let's go back to 1 Peter, okay? 1 Peter 3:12. Because of these things, okay, the Lord is looking over his elect. Let's start at 13. It says, and who is he that will harm you if ye be followers of that? It's like here, if ye be followers of that which is good. That's right. So nobody can harm the elect. I don't care who you think you are. I don't care how big and bad and tough and Billy Badass you are, but trust me, the Lord is more Billy Badass than anybody on this planet, hell, in this universe. Okay, verse 14, it says, but if you suffer, and if you suffer for righteousness' sake, all right, meaning the slander that's going to come against us from even starting our own people, right? Because they don't see our people, they use this 4-letter word called love, and they use it as a weapon, okay? But the Lord told us to watch out for people like this, all right? This is this is Micah. This is Micah 2:8. So let me start at 6. This is Micah 2:6. It says, prophesy ye not, say they to them that prophesy, talking about you Israelites. It says, they shall not prophesy to them, that they shall not take shame. That's right. And what is a shameless dog? I don't have to say the word, so you know what it is. We're telling them that they have no shame, but yet, and we're talking about those that know they're Israelites, okay? There are chief enemies that go on the highways and byways proclaiming themselves to be Israelites, using a 4-letter word called love as a weapon. But see, you don't understand. You're trying to use that up against the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. Just ain't going to work, guys. All right, verse 7, it says, O thou that art named the house of Jacob, Yaquab, is the spirit of the Lord Yahweh straitened? Are these his doings? Right. See, you're bounding. You're trying to bound the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, IUIC. Okay, you're trying to bound a name and name it something else and present it as the same thing, but it's not. You have not straightened the name of Yahweh, okay, amongst the people. You can't straighten it. Those that are using a 4-letter word called love as a weapon, okay, you cannot straighten the name of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai with your wicked doctrine. We see right through you. It has Swiss cheese holes all in it, okay? We see right through you and what you're trying to do. It's nothing but a power play for fame, man, to get your name out there. But anyway, it says, verse 7, it says, O thou that art named the house of Jacob, is the spirit of the Lord Yahweh straitened? Are these his doings? Do not my words do good to him that walketh uprightly? That's right. So cursing out Esau, Edom, for you fucking bug outs is the upright thing to do. Anyone who speaks against that is rightly, it has been rightly named a fucking bug out. Okay? If you're spending all your time trying to curse out the prophets, but Esau Edom over here, the mad scientist himself is over here cooking up different ways to destroy you and your people who you claim to love, 4-letter word used as a weapon, okay? and you ain't saying anything about it. How do you really truly love your people? We don't got no power. I'm not flying. Me and brothers like me ain't flying chemtrails out here. I don't own Monsanto. Okay? I'm not trying to put a chip in everybody on the planet Earth. But these are things that we address in lessons, but the bug outs, okay? The bug outs don't want to hear that, and they want to talk about anything but prophecy, because it's not about the people, it's about themselves, okay? And for that, what did the Lord have to say? Micah 2:8, it says, even of late, my people is risen up as an enemy. The slander is going to come in such a high level, brothers and sisters. It's going to come at such a high level that it's going to be so irritating. And that's why when I speak to brothers, I try to condition them, you know, like especially the younger brothers, try to condition them to the slander that's going to come about your name, the things that, you know, that's going to be purported about you, that's going to be spoken about you. You're going to have thick skin. See, being sensitive in this time is not a good, this is not the best time to be a sensitive person. You cannot be effeminate. You cannot be emotional, effeminate, and sensitive. This is not the time to have those type of spirits strong on you. This is the time to fight that demon off of you. It's time to toughen the hell up, because the times you're coming into, there's going to be things said about you, and you can't say a goddamn thing about it. All the only thing you can do is rely upon Yahweh B'Shem Shai. That's why brothers are rooting on this time to come, because all the fakers have gotten along. They've gotten away with all their bullshit for far too long, man. Now all those who are not for real are going to be exposed for who they truly are. You're going to have to declare your hand. All right. Verse 8, Micah 2:8, it says, even of late my people is risen up as an enemy. Ye pull off the robe with the garment from them that pass by securely as men averse from war. That's right. That's right, man. So you're walking around naked. All right. You don't have the spirit on you. And because you don't have the spirit on you, it's everybody else's fault. Take note of any man that will not take responsibility for his behavior. Whenever you hear a man say out of his mouth, okay, I did this because this brother right here did this, okay, he did this to me, so I had to change this and that. Whenever you never hear, when a brother never says, you know what, man, I made this decision, I made this mistake early on in my walk, or I did this, I went off right here. If a brother ain't speaking like that, you need to fucking watch that guy. You need to watch him intently. Okay? Because in my short little time in this truth, I've noticed guys who do not, or who are very allergic, okay, to taking any responsibility for their behavior. Even if it might have seemed unfair, it just shows a more manly spirit. And our people are in that spirit of Esau Edom. What did Esau Edom say? All right, when it came time for him, for Jacob to claim that birthright, which was rightly his anyway, he started crying and weeping like a little bitch. Okay, and guess what? 2/3 of our people are in that same spirit, crying and weeping like a little bitch, and they don't want to take any responsibility for their behavior. Hey, just say Salakia, man. Hey, man, I repent for that. Let me try to see if I can fix this situation, instead of just letting it linger and being a little sourpuss about it. And trust me, we all been in the flesh. We all have emotions. I get it. But this right here, this is the time where you need to be fighting that demon. All right, seriously. Because the slander is going to get worse, y'all. Trust me. It's going to get worse. All right. Let's go back to 1 Peter 3. It's going to get worse, y'all. This is why it's called grace for a reason, y'all. All right. 1 Peter 3:14, it says, but, and if ye suffer for righteousness' sake, happy are ye. Right, so happy are ye. Things that are said about you that are untrue, you should be happy about. Especially if you know they're untrue. All right? Now, did I say that it's not going to suck? I didn't say it wasn't going to suck. I'm just saying you should be happy because the Lord's dealing with you. All right, it says, and be not afraid of their terror, neither be troubled, but sanctify the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah, thy power in your hearts. That's right. It says, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that ask of you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear. That's right. So when we tell you that America's going to be destroyed and that there's going to be martial law in every major city, hell, all across the entire United States, when there's going to be food rationings, all right, when there's going to be food riots, all right, we're telling you these things out of fear. Those that are not of the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai are going to perceive this message as hateful, all right, and death-filled. Instead of taking the message and saying, you know what, these brothers truly fear the Lord, they're just trying to warn the people, warn the flock. They distort our message. They call us rapists. They do all these things to try to slander that. What they did to Elder Kazak was a fucking disgrace. And everybody who was a part of that, okay, I didn't see the video, but everybody that was a part of that, Yahweh Shema Shai is going to lay the fucking smackdown on you, okay? Please understand, the Lord is not about his servants getting slandered and he ain't going to do nothing about it. In due time, y'all. In due time. All right, it says, verse 15, it says, but sanctify the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai in your hearts. It says, thy power in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear, right? Verse 16, it says, having a good conscience, that whereas they speak evil of you as of evildoers, right? Like those weirdos at IUIC, okay, talking about the elder like that. That was evil as fuck, man. All right. It says, they may be ashamed that falsely accuse your good conversation in Hamashiach. All the elders and apostles ever did was go into the law that your Bishop Nathaniel says that we need to keep the laws, correct? All the elders ever did and the apostles ever did was go into the law and show you, okay, and show you of particular laws that happen when the crime of grape happens, all right, and how we would handle it in the scriptures, okay? It's not that difficult. And they took it to the next step. They showed you in the ancient world how marriages were formed. Went into the history. And the only thing you could get out of that is, oh, these guys are rapists. May Yahweh Shema Shai, okay, send many evils towards you. Okay? If you're not of the elect, may the Lord send many evils to you. All of you that slander the names, all right, with these accusations that you cannot prove, okay? We could prove Joy Morgan. Well, better yet, Esau proved it for us. But anyway, we're not going to take it there. Okay? See, the hypocrisy is what's rich in this whole situation. The irony is so rich in this entire situation, but we take it on the chin. These are the men that we learn from. So we understand these people aren't gonna speak anything good of us. All right. It says, verse 17. It says, for it is better that if the will of the Most High be so, that ye suffer for well doing. Right. It says, then evil doing. That's right. So suffer for doing the will of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, man. That is better than just joining up with the world and saying, Most High Christ blessed, and, Captain Tazariak, there's no such thing as a microchip, that ain't nothing but a conspiracy theory. All that's evil speaking. That's surmising, okay? They're doing evil knowingly, okay? Just to try to prove a point. But there's a lot of blood on your hands, people. A lot of blood on your hands. And you will pay for that, according to the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. Verse 18, it says, For Hamashiach also hath once suffered for sins, and the just for the unjust, that he might bring us to the Most High. It says, being put to death in the flesh, but quickened in the spirit. And what does quickened mean? Brung alive. So he was brought back from the doldrums of death. He conquered death, okay? Through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai. Okay, so you understand the slander that's going to come with it. It is what it is, okay? And it's because these people don't want any vision. They don't seek a vision. They think they have the vision. That's why they'll get on video and start doing a fucking rap cipher, okay? A fucking hip-hop cipher, all right? With a nigga woman with a rap on her head and a bunch of grimy, loose-lipped niggas, okay? Talking about absolutely nothing. Jake is a fucking fool today, man. He ain't even listening, all right? Proverbs 29 and 18, it says, where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. That's right. So where there is no vision, the people perish. And the people are perishing. They're choosing every other way, every which way, except for the prophets of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, because they don't want any part of the prophets. They think our message, okay, which is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai, is boring. It's not spicy enough. It's not Jake enough, okay? It's not Uzi. And that's what they want. They seek for something that's shiny and, with a remote control or some shit, a nice beat. That's what these people want. But hey, man, the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Shai comes with discipline. That's what the grace period was for you to burn off these impurities and allow the Heavenly Father to fight on your behalf, or not, okay? Because the Lord is getting ready to make a move, and it's gonna get deadly out here, okay? And these people don't even realize. Speaking ill of those who are doing the work is going to seal some of your fates, okay? And you're gonna have to give account for that. All right, I'm gonna leave off at Matthew. All right, because I ain't want to make this too long. This is Matthew 12. This is Matthew 12 and 36. It says, "But I say unto you, that every idle word that men shall speak and shall give account, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment." That's right. So those who are making slanderous statements, all right, against the men of the Lord, however you feel about them emotionally, however you look, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that sometimes brothers have different, it happens. Brothers have disagreements, man. I've accepted that a long time ago. Brothers have disagreements. Does that make the brother wicked? No, it's making the brother wicked. Okay. Now, how we handle the situation will speak a lot about whether we truly are in the same doctrine. But I will say that disagreements happen within the body. We're all men. We're striving for the same goal. At least we're supposed to be striving for the same goal. But there are some that are crept in unawares with no vision, and they're looking to try to corrupt the men of the Lord, the men, women, and children, to sneak off with the sheep. Okay, and our job is to protect the sheep and to warn the sheep of the impending danger that's coming. As for those who have nothing but evil surmisings to speak about the men of the Lord, well, let's read Matthew 12:36 again. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou shalt be condemned. That's right. So let those words sink in, because those that are talking shit on the internet continue to talk shit on the internet. That's quite fine. The men of the Lord are going to keep marching forward. Remember Lot's wife. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Waharakar Kadash. Shalom to the elect.